Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today it's time to do a new Shop My Stash. So I got up this morning and I decided today's the day that I want to do my Shop My Stash for spring. I looked out the window and it's snowing because we live in Atlantic, Canada. But all that to say, it is snowing today, but it's definitely, we've taken that turn in the weather where spring is definitely in the air. The sun is stronger, the days are longer, we're all feeling ready for a change, even though we're all cooped up in our homes. We're all into some of us, our second week of self-isolation. So we're continuing on with regular content. I've touched on the whole situation in the last couple of videos, so moving forward, I would like to just put out some regular content, shop my stash. I'll probably have an empties video coming soon. I'll definitely have some more vlogs coming out. If you're not following me on Instagram, I did an Instagram live today where I did this look. So if you're not following me, I'll put my handle here on the screen. Make sure you go over there and follow me because I do plan to do more live videos. I think that was really fun. It was really cool to just like hang out with you guys and put some makeup on today. So all that to say, let's dive into the Shop My Stash for spring. So I'm not going to go through and talk about all the products that I had in my previous basket because that was months ago. We're over it. I had some nice products. I used everything, some things more than others, but I'm ready for a change. So diving right into the products that I've selected, I'm going to show you the palettes first because I just feel like that's the most fun part. So when I did my eyes today on the live chat, I couldn't really decide what colors I wanted to use. I kind of asked the people that were watching what they wanted to see, and everybody agreed that they wanted to see something bold, and one person in particular commented that they wanted to see something purple. So this is the look that I came up with, and the inspiration for that look was actually this duochrome color right here. How rude, my memory card was full. So when I swatched that color initially, it's this one right here, it didn't swatch very nicely. It was kind of patchy, so I pulled out my e.l.f. Opposite Attracts palette, and I actually put this color down first, and then I laid the other over top of it, and it worked out really well. And I realized that I hadn't used this palette in so long. This is such a great palette. The quality of this is so good. So this is the e.l.f. Opposites Attract palette. I'm gonna add this to my Shop My Stash for this month. It's got a really nice selection of warm tones and cool tones, so I think I can create a lot of different looks with this, and it gives me a lot of nice transition colors in this palette. There's some really nice mattes in there. I'm also going to add this Hello Charmers palette that I received from BoxyCharm. So I did use that sort of purpley blue duochrome today. That's the first that I've used this palette. I received this in last month's BoxyCharm, and I mean, things just got weird like not long after I got this, so I hadn't had a chance to really play around with it too much, but there are some really fun pops of color, some interesting textures, there's some glitter, some metallics. So I thought I would add that in. And then lastly, this beauty. My beautiful friend Kate bought this for me right before we went to Cuba. I used it once when we were in Cuba, but I didn't get a chance to really play around with it too much, and I just think there's so many beautiful springy colors in here. I'm loving some of the pastel looks that I'm seeing. I'm loving the bold colors. Can we talk about the packaging on this palette? I'm sorry, I didn't even tell you what it's called. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera palette. I believe this was their summer palette from last summer. So Kate bought this for me right before we went away. I haven't had a chance to play around with it too much, but I feel like now is a great time to play with color. We're not going anywhere. We're in the house. We're bored. What a great time to play around with some of these beautiful colors. So those are the three palettes. I like to choose three palettes because I'm doing seasonal Shop My Stash now. The last one was for winter. I had lots of nice dark, deep, warmer tones. So now I'm going more towards the more colorful direction. And I think these three palettes will play off of each other really nicely and give me lots of options. So to go with those palettes, I've selected a few individual products. So of course I have my Project Pan products in front of me at all times. If you missed that, I did do a Project Pan update. I posted that yesterday, which would have been Monday. I've completely lost track of the days. So I posted that on Monday. So I do have all of those products here to work on. So these ones I wanted to make sure I was choosing colors that were very different from what I have in Project Pan, and also colors that are going to complement the palettes that I picked. So first of all, I did grab a couple of single shadows. I'm trying to always include a couple of single shadows in these Shop My Stash videos because I find my single shadows are in a little drawer in front of me, and most often I just grab palettes. They're right there. I usually can find everything I need in 1 or 2 palettes, and I tend to overlook my little single shadows. So I wanted to throw a couple of those in. So I have one of these little mini Nomad shadows. This is their Light Infusion powders, and I have this sort of peachy pink color, which I thought would be a nice wash of color over the whole lid with one of these sort of more peachy transition colors. I also wanted to add my ColourPop Super Shock shadow in Set to Stun. This is a beautiful sort of rosy color. It's got some silver glitter in it. It's got some blue glitter in it. It's really beautiful. And I want to make sure, I have a few different shadows in a similar formula. I want to make sure I'm always using these because I do believe eventually they will dry up. They're sort of a cream to powder formula. They're very unique. And then I'm also trying to always add one of my liquid glitter eyeshadows. So I chose the Ciate London Eye Luster Cream eyeshadow. So this one is sort of a like lavender and gold shift. That's it right there. It's really pretty. It's really pretty even on its own with just a little bit of mascara. I'll swatch these other 2 individual ones for you as well. This is the Super Shock shadow in Set to Stun. That's it right there. And then my little Nomad shadow in that sort of peachy pink color. And that's it right there. So you can see I've got lots of nice sort of shimmery formulas to work with on top of what is already in those palettes. And then for blush, I chose the Milani Baked Blush in Bella Bellini. I tend to always use Luminoso if I'm going to use one of these Milani blushes, but this one is so pretty. It's pink, but it's got a little bit of a gold shift to it. Blushes never swatch very well, but it's really pretty, and because I have like a peachy, warm-toned blush in my Project Pan, I wanted to choose something a little bit cooler, and I just tend to overlook this one for some reason, so I thought that would be a good addition. And then for a highlight, I do have a golden highlight in my Project Pan, so I wanted to pick something a little bit more cool-toned to go with some of these other cool-toned products that I've picked. So this is the Ciate London Glow 2 highlighter in Moondust. It's just like a single. I don't have an actual like palette to put it in, but that's it right there. It's a really frosty, really nice sort of pinky color. So that's it for my highlight. And then I chose 3 lip products. So because we're all self-isolating and we're all home, probably going to mostly be wearing like lip balm and lip gloss, but I did pick 3 lipsticks because I will also still be filming. I will still be reaching for lipsticks from time to time. I figured it's highly unlikely that I'll be reaching for any liquid lipsticks, but I did want to pick 3 bullet lipsticks. And the 3 that I chose are, well, the first one I have on today. So this is the Smashbox Be Legendary lipstick in Pretty Social. It's the color that I have on today. It's just like a light kind of rosy pink color. It's quite sheer actually, which I like, especially right now where we're just home. I also picked Urban Decay Back Talk, which was also in last season's Shop My Stash, but it's a little bit of a darker version of the same tone. And then lastly, I picked Big Bang in Urban Decay. Now this is a deluxe size sample. It's so cute and tiny. I got this as like a gift with purchase, and I've never used it, so I wanted to include it in my Shop My Stash to challenge myself to use it. It's a very sparkly, metallic pink. This is it right here. So I don't know if I want to keep it in my collection because I've literally never reached for it. I generally don't wear like sparkly lips, but I thought maybe I like it and I just don't know. So we're going to find out this season. So those are all the products that I've added to my Shop My Stash for this season. These are the palettes and the products that I'm going to be working from for the next few months until I feel like summer has arrived and I want to change it out again. As I mentioned before, make sure that you're following me on Instagram. That's where I'll always be posting makeup of the day photos. That's where I'll be doing live get ready with me's during this weird time that we're in. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you have any requests for upcoming videos, I am trying to film more than I normally would because we're all home and I feel like we all need a little bit of a distraction. So if you have any requests for videos, please comment them down below. I'll be sure to add them to my list. And I hope you guys are having a great day wherever you are. Stay safe, stay home, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.